Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Crazymed from HackMyVm. This is a box word about easy. And yeah, let's get on to the video. So I'm going to start by spinning my terminals here. I'm going to start running a discovered MyStar 10.0.0.1/24/IT0. Doing this, we do get that be the box 10.0.0.62. So I'll do Control-Shift-Z, support name, map scan. So do MMISSC for default scripts, MySV for enumeration, was kind of ports on IP. Doing this, I'll do MySV verbose. Looking at this, I already did run the map scan. So looking at the ports, we do have port 8 for HTTP, port 22 for SSH, port 4444, which you can just let nmap enumerate for us. So we have port 11211 for memcache. Looking at the ports, we do have port 22 open for SSH. This is running Debian. So we have port 8 for HTTP, running Apache, port 4444 for this KRB 524 question mark. I'm guessing this is made with Python because we do have the syntax for color coding for Python text, right? We do have tests are all performed with human volunteers for a fee. We also do have the password, access denied. So it does require a password. Later on, we can start by doing a banner grab and looking at this password access, right? Or this access denied. Lastly, we also do have 11211 open for memcache. This is memcache 1.6.9. So doing this, I'm servicing port 80 for open for HTTP. Looking at this, we do have a Crazymed. We don't have any users. This is a template because we do have the lower ipsum. I'm guessing this is all just a template. I'm going to do control user source code here. And we don't have anything. I'm starting some more enumeration, running a GoBuster, so I'll do Control-Shift-X, run a GoBuster to remote MySU into the IP address. We'll do MySV for user share word list or buster directory list, 2.3 medium.txt. We'll do extensions as HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Look at this, we do have index.html, assets, forms, manual, so changelog.txt. I'm going to start by visiting changelog.txt. We do have the version for 4.9.1. I guess it's updated to Bootstrap to version 5.2.2. And we don't have anything important, right? The reason I checked the changelog.txt is because sometimes if we do have a CMS hidden under here, you'll find like a directory or maybe like a version that we can start by exploiting. In this case, we don't have anything. Looking back at the nmap scan, we did have port 11211 open for memcache. Also did have another port open for 4444. So I'm going to start by doing banner grab. So do HackMyVm on 10.0.0.62 on 4444. We do have the banner grab here. Looking at this, we do have a Crazymed medical research laboratory. It is asking for a password, so I'm just going to enter password, pass, anything. And we do get an access denied. So doing this, I'm going to start by doing a banner grab on 10.0.0.62, which we can start by doing 11211 for memcache. So I'll do 11211. We'll do memcache. We'll just do hack tricks because this will give us the best results for hack tricks right here. So we do have the service open for TCP on 11211. Look at this. We do need to find the slabs and also the active items. For this, I usually only care about the keys. We can do this manually by getting the version or the get status. All this is doing is actually running this command for echo version. So if I do version, you do see at 1.6.9, which we did see on nmap. Also do have the stats slabs, which we can get the slabs for this. Also do have the one I usually run is this stats cache dump. We also do have the 0 or the number for 1. It's 0, 0 is going to be for the output that we do want. Basically here to show unlimited output size. We did want all the output, so we want to put 0. But in this case, I usually run this one-liner for PHP. So I'll clear my terminals here. Let me just copy this. Let me just copy this, put this into here. We did have the IP address as 10.0.0.62. 10.0.0.62 on 11211. And here we do have 4 keys here. So we have domain, server, log, and also config location. If you want to do this manually, just do HackMyVm on 10.0.062 on 1211 on 1211. You can do the we can start by checking the stats cache dump. This stats cache dump is going to output the same thing as this one-liner that we did have for PHP. So in this case, I usually like running 1 followed by 0. 0 is going to be all the output that we do want, which is going to be for limited output size, which that's why you put 0. And here we have the item for domain, server, log, config location. So now I can just do get domain, get server. We have the get log, and this get config underscore location. So now we do have a /etc memcache.config. The password as for the one we did to get the log item. We do have a value for the password for Crazymed. Copy this. Put this into our notepad. We also do have the server, which can be for localhost. Doing this manually, we can just get this. We did run this PHP, which gives us the same thing, and we do need to run this this get item, right? So if I just copy this, followed by this PHP, if I run the PHP, we do have the keys here. So now we can just get this item for domain, and you'll see that we do get the same output. So do 10.0.069 or 10.0.062. We have Crazymed. I do the same thing for get server. We do have the 127.0.0.1. Also do this get log. We do have the password, which we did get using the cache dump, or using this cache dump, right? Which is we're getting the same output for each one. So doing this, we do have a password here, which is for Crazymed. We did this manually. If you also do want to make this easier on you can also start by running the auxiliary module for Metasploit, which will do the same thing that I just did all this manually. If I do like a show options, we'll set the R host to 10.0.062. Run this. You can see that we have the 4 keys: config location, domain, log, and server. We have how the password is Crazymed. And it's basically everything that I did manually, just an easier way, right? Using the auxiliary module. So doing this, now that we do have this get log, we do have the password here. I'm going to start running a HackMyVm on 10.0.062. We did have some 4444. We did have this password here. Put this in here, and we do get a access granted. I'm clear my terminals here. We do have 4 commands that we can run. We can do ID, who, echo, and also a clear command. I'm going to start by running the ID command. Running this ID command, we are under a user as Brad. Also do have a who, which we can run. I'll do a who -a. So we can check for the TTY. We do have a login for TTY1. Echo, can we echo test? We can echo test. Can we run this with bash? So if I do bash, you do see that this is attack detected. If I do run this, right now I'm trying to get to know anything that is blocking the application or blocking a filter, right? Because there's a filter that is checking if this condition is true, if this is in the system command, right? That's typed into the input. So in this case, we do know that we do have this. If we do have this, we do know that attack is detected. That's not detected. We'll also do, we did pipe this out, double pipe. Still going to be attack detected. Doing this, we did have the password. So I'm just going to copy this. Since we can run the echo command, I'm going to start by going to payload all the things. This is the wrong one, so we can go to payload all the things. We'll go to injection. We do have a command injection here. We'll do Control F for echo. Like at this, we can start by bypassing using the hex encoding. So I'm just going to go to CyberChef. Before running this on the, between the system command, I'm gonna start by running this on my own local machine. I do this for the reason of just testing this out to see if it actually run on a Linux machine. So if I do this on my machine, you see that I do have all the users here, which is this hex encoding is for that /etc password. It's going to cat it out, echo it, and cat the /etc password file out. If I do want to confirm this, I can just copy this, put this into hex. If I go to from hex, put this in here, you do see I do have the /etc password. So doing some manual enumeration, I'm going to start by going under /home. We did have user as Brad here. So let me just copy this. We did have would run the system command. Now we do have user as Brad. We do know that the user Brad is valid on the server. Since we do the ID command, we do have the user as Brad. So this does work on my local machine. Also does work on the target machine. So under here, I'm going to go under /Brad. We did have users Brad. We'll do .sh. We'll do ID underscore C. Checking for that private case, we'll do 2 hex. We'll change this to the \. What is in here? I'll just copy this. Put that in there. Go to payload other things. I'm just going to cat this out or copy this. So we replace all this, copy this. And now we do have a private key. So I'm just going to copy this, put this into I'm just going to VI into ID underscore RSA. Put this in here. I'm just going to right quit. We'll do chmod 600 for ID underscore RSA. We'll do SSH into Brad. We did have a user as, more into, we did have this nmap.out. We did have port 22 open for SSH. And we also did have the user for Brad. So we'll do SSH into Brad, user Brad at 10.0.0.62. We'll do -I for ID underscore RSA. Do yes. We do ID. And now we're under Brad. I'm going to clear my terminals here. We'll do ID. And now we're under Brad. So I'm going to start running a sudo myself. Doesn't seem like we do have sudo in here. So I'm going to start running some manual enumeration. So I'm cd into var. We'll cd into var dum. We do have this HTML. We do have a permission denied. I'm also going to go under /opt. We do have this check VM. So I'm going to cat this check VM. Before doing that, I'm going to go under var. We'll go to backups. Check if we do have any backups, and we don't have any backups. So I'm cd into opt. This check VM seems to be checking for user flags under the home brad user.txt. We do have chown here, which is doing the -r recursive for www data for var and www.html. It's just changing the group ID for who owns that file, right, for www data. I'm cding to /dev shm. I'm start by getting a lint piece on here, so we'll do wget http 10.0.0.10.0.69 on port 8081. We'll get this lint piece.sh. So I'm cding to my documents here. Go to privilege escalation, cding to lint piece. We'll do python 3 -m http.server on port 8081. We have this lint piece.sh. We do chmod +x for lint piece.sh. I'm also going to be getting this pspy64. We'll do chmod +x for pspy64. Before running this lint piece, I do want to check this pspy64. If we do have that check underscore VM file running as a like cron job, right? Run this one more time. Okay, let me check up here. So it doesn't seem like we do have that check underscore VM running as a cron job. We do have this bin.sh. So we don't have anything under pspy, so I'm going to start running a lintpiece.sh. So I'm going to do lintpiece.sh. We'll output this to a file.txt. Doing this, we can just wait for lintpiece output. And we'll see what we get. So after a while, we do have this file.txt. So I'm just going to clear my terminals here. I'm just going to more into file.txt. So right now, I'm just going to be looking for the legend here for yellow and red, which are going to show us for the 99% P vector, as it does show in the legend. So right now, I just want to look for any SUID binaries or any cron jobs. So here we do have a cron job here, which does seem to be commented for this var backups home TGS file. It is commented, so we don't have to worry about that. So looking at this, it does seem like we do have a user local bin here. So I'm just going to run alice myself, so I can start by writing files to that directory. I'm going to cd. I'm just going to touch a file.txt. And doesn't let me touch a file.txt. Before doing this, I actually do want to go under /dev/shm because I do want to run this PSPY64. If I do check under /opt, you do see I do have a check_VM. I do want to make sure that this check_VM is running as a cron job. So I'm running a PSPY64. And I just want to wait some time to see if this check_VM will run. If it does run, that means we can actually make a bash script to make a SUD binary for bash, right? So after a while, we get a bin/bash here for check_VM. We do see that we do have the user ID as 0 here. The UID for 0 is equal to root, right? You can also check this under / if we do cat or /etc group. You will see that I do have roots. You have the group ID for 0, right? You can just do this with any user to see the user ID. Or you can just run an ID command for root, and you do see I do have the group ID for root, right? So doing this, if I do echo my $ path here, or my path, you will see that I do have this under user local bin, which if I do run alice mySLA, yeah, you see we can write to that. This is green, so if I cd into user local, you do see that I do have the green for bin. If I cd into bin, I'm able to touch the file right here, and we can write to that file. So I'm going to remove this file here. I'm going to cat my /opt. We do have this check_VM. We do have the chown here. I'm just going to copy, touch this file. I'm just going to nano into chown. I'm going to start by putting the path for bin/bash. I'm going to do chmod u+s. We do want to make a SUD binary for bash, so we can actually get a bash as root, right? If I cat my chown, I just did a chmod u+s to make this into binary here. We do need to make this executable. I'll do chmod 777, so anyone can write and execute to this file. Also do chmod +x for chown. So now we can cd into /dev/shm. We'll run this PSPY64. Once this check_VM does run, you will see that we do have bin/bash as SUD binary. So we do see that we do have the bin/bash here for opt check. So for alice mySLA under /bin/bash, you will see that now this is SUD binary. So we can just copy the bin/bash, run -b. We do ID, now we're to root, so we cd into root, alice mySLA, cat root.txt. Well guys, for watching the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.